Right then, Liverpool just drawn with Manchester United. Definitely feels like 2 points dropped at the moment, doesn't it? And because it is, I suppose, you know, battered them first half, but didn't learn our lessons from the game last time at Old Trafford in the FA Cup. You know, we gave them a sniff. It was a poor mistake by Jarell Quansah, unfortunately, and that was enough for them to get that little bit of impetus and really work the way back into the game. And then obviously they go 2-1 ahead and you're thinking to yourself, no, not there, not them. But thankfully Liverpool do show what they've shown us all season long, and that you can't count them out, and they're going to do everything they can to try and win the game and most importantly get back into the game. But ultimately we did enough there to put them to bed, and the finishing just wasn't good enough. And you know, when we got into the final third, the time we were overplaying it, you don't go to Old Trafford and have that many chances in years gone by. I mean, we just created big chance after big chance after big chance and missed each and every one of them. It felt like, didn't it? Obviously, you know, I think we created 7 big chances at Old Trafford, and you know, we scored 2 of them, missed 5 of them, and that's not good enough. You've got to be able to take your opportunities. It could have quite easily been one of those games where we put 4 or 5 past them in the first half. They literally didn't have a shot. But when you don't, you have to apply yourself in every moment of the match. And unfortunately, it's one of our youngsters who's been absolutely superb this season, who's poor pass lets Bruno Fernandes in. Obviously, the position of Queven Kelleher, he's out of his goal because we're in safe possession of the football. And great finish by Bruno Fernandes. The second goal I've got problems with. You know, Kurt Jones not close enough to his man, unfortunately, for us. Klopp was seething at the manner in which we conceded. It's a great finish, of course it is, but it's too easy to get your shot off in the penalty area. There should be lads within 3 to 4 yards of him, putting pressure on him. You know, he's guided it into the far corner again. Queven Kelleher doesn't have a chance. You know, made some decent saves throughout the game, but on the 2 big goals, he doesn't have a chance. So, and then Liverpool, it's all about fighting back, and Klopp's rolling the dice. He's bringing lads like Gakpo on and Harvey Elliott on, and we're pushing forward as best we can. But Manchester United's in a real sort of 4-5-1 formation, massive low block, and it needs a little bit of brilliance from the right-hand side. I think it was Joe Gomez, Harvey Elliott, Mo Salah, working Harvey Elliott into a little bit of space inside the penalty area, and Wan-Bissaka does something rash, which is his way, to be fair to Mo Salah. Although the ball is moving almost because of the wind and how crazy the wind was, you know, manages to keep us cool, sends the keeper the wrong way. 2-2, 10 minutes left, give or take, and you're thinking to yourself, you've got an opportunity. And Liverpool did have one massive opportunity in extra time, and Luis Diaz, the first goal scorer, you know, good finish for the first one, skies it from 6 yards, hits it really well, hits it with the outside of the boot, but it's sort of faded off his foot and high and over the bar and not good enough again. And you don't get that many opportunities late in games when the game is hanging in the balance. And you know, right now we're level on points with Arsenal. Obviously their goal difference is miles better now, as we're a point ahead of Manchester City. The time for reflection and the time for, you know, thinking about what the future holds for this Liverpool side this season maybe isn't now, because the emotions of the game and the manner in which we dominated them in that first half, and then had to fight back into the game. I mean, it's a point saved, but it's 2 points dropped. And you know, will this be a telling matchup once again in the title race this season? Jurgen's last Premier League season. We've all got to get behind the lads. You know, we've got nothing else to do but that now. It's Atalanta, still 2 trophies to be won, still win with a very good chance of winning this league table, but the pain is real, and the pain is unbearable right now. But we've got to pick ourselves up, because the lads need to pick themselves up. They need to go out there and put a performance in against Atalanta in the Europa League, and then in the league at the weekend, and twice a week from here on in. This is what it is. This is a title race. This is what we're here for. This is why we love football. It's games like that, because the manner in which it was end to end to begin with, and the results and the balance and everything else. This is why it's the best game in the world, but this is why it's the most painful when you're a fan, because every kick, every touch, every tackle means absolutely everything to every one of us. And what we've got to show them right now is it means everything to us. And we want to be there for them. They've put everything into this season so far, and they may end up not being good enough, but it's better than last season. And the gulf between last season's team and this season's team is ridiculous. The ceiling for this side knows no bounds. We could go on with the right manager and the right appointment and everything else, could go on and dominate. Now, of course, I can hear, yeah, well, we need to get the manager. Of course, of course. But why would you not hope for more? Anyway, disappointed. Should have won the game. Hate the fact that it's the Manx again. Hate the fact that it's a draw. Hate the fact that Mo Salah wasn't good enough. Apart from the one time when we really, really needed him to, and that was the penalty. Hate the fact that Nunez wasn't good enough. You know, really, really still in love with Alexi McAllister. Just think he's fantastic. Gutted for Jarell Kwanzaa. I thought up until that point he played an absolutely brilliant game. I think from the point of making that mistake, his passing, he was a little bit off after that. And, you know, it's understandable. It's probably the first setback he's had in a Liverpool shirt. Unfortunately for him, in such a massive game, it certainly will be. But there's still a league title to be won. And we can still go and do this. Now, the ball's not in our court anymore, but I don't think Arsenal and City go the rest of the season without dropping points. So be there to capitalise. If you win, you win. If you don't, you gave it your best, and that's all I can ask for.